Hello people, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sir Admiral Potato and this is the Tier 8 British battleship, the Monarch. Yes people, we're going to have a quick butchers at the old Monarch. I'm going to let you know how I think she should be played and we will have a look into a battle and see how she handles on the sea. Yes, quick. Look at the stats. Survivability 60,500, not the best, but not the worst. She does have a hill, but it's not the super hill that the tier 9 and tier 10 get, so yeah, not the best hit points. Artillery, she has 3 times 3 381mm guns. Secondaries, I wouldn't even bother worrying about secondaries because you do not want to spec into secondaries with this battleship. Main battery firing range is 18.1. Yes, that be why I be taking spotting aircraft. There's going to be a lot of times that this is going to be a pain in the arse, trust me. But continuing on, AA defense, it's okay. It is okay. As you're going to see in the battle video, I managed to shoot down 24 planes. So yeah, they're not the best, but it's good for self-defense, so it's not a problem. Maneuverability, we have a maximum speed of 29.4 knots. I think that's with the speed flag. Turning circle 760 meters, which is bloody good for a battleship. Rudder shift time is 12 seconds, so not too bad. Concealment, this is the bread and butter of the Royal Naval battleships. With the captain's skill, concealment and the module, I believe I can get it down to 11.5 kilometers. So very good at disengaging and maneuvering and repositioning because you're not going to get spotted. But as you see in the battle video, I don't tend to get too close to the battle because this is not a brawler, people. This is not a brawler. Right, going back to the artillery, everybody knows HE spam from the British Royal Navy battleships. Not the best, 36% fire chance. Yes, it definitely gets better as you go higher in the line, but yeah, 36%. But I do make good use of it, as you will see in the battle video. Right, moving on. Anyway, we're running damage control party 2. We're using repair party 2, and we're using the spotting aircraft for the extra range, which does come in handy. Upgrades, I am running main armaments modification 1, damage control system modification 1, aiming system modification 1. We are using steering gears modification 2 because I like to get that rudder shift going quick, because I will show you in the armour layout in a second. Concealment systems modification 1 as well to get that concealment down. Where was I going to go? Yes, torpedo protection damage, 22%. That is why I want the rudder shift, because if you get hit by torpedoes, you're going to feel the pain. Anyway, going to the armour layout quickly. It's 32mm everywhere. No, your nose, your aft, the deck armour, all 32mm. So anyone with IFHE is going to love shooting you. But this is the pièce de résistance. Underwater citadel. Lovely, bloody lovely. You do have a nice thick belt right here as well. What one is that? Is it that one? No, it's not that one. It's that one. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. Oh, I'll just turn the old bloody light on. There it is. There you go. Nice armour belt of 381mm as well. So, but you don't give broadside in battleships anyway. But if you can angle correctly, you can do some bouncing. Let's get rid of the goddamn armour layout. Captain skills. As you can see, I have not got a 19-point captain. I've got a 14-point captain. I'm just going with the basics of priority target, expert marksman, get them guns turning quickly, adrenaline rush, superintendent and concealment. The next points I'll probably go into fire prevention and then into vigilance. Could do something with the AA, but I'd rather dodge the torpedoes to tell the truth. Anyway people, that is the Tier 8 Monarch. We've had a good brief butchers at her. Let's take her into battle and see how she handles, shall we? Right, as you can see, it's a tier 8 battle, one of them rare things that you never ever see anymore. We do have a carrier on each side, and it's standard battle on Haven. Yeah, standard battle. I don't particularly like standard battle, but it is what it is. Anyway, people, as you can see, we are top tier. What does that mean? Well, we might be able to actually do some bloody damage in this game. I was thinking of heading over to the north side of the map, because I do like that, but yeah, as you're going to see, the south is not well protected, so I'm going to rotate back round and head down there. I'm just checking to see what's heading where. The Farragut's heading down there. I see the Bismarcks over there. We've got Mogami and an Akatsuki. So, the Monarch. I'm about halfway through the grind with the Monarch, and yeah, I prefer the King George. King George the 5th, I believe it is, the tier 7, I prefer that. This ship is in the awkward position of being up-tiered into tier 10. When you get up-tiered, everyone looks at you and blappity blap blap blap, you will get your bum blapped. Yes, people, this is the hard grind for me. I can't wait to get the Lion. But luckily, we've only got tier 6 aircraft carriers in this battle, so they're not going to be too much of an issue. If you set your priority side up and you manage to catch them, you're going to shoot some planes down. Yeah, the HE, it's not the best HE of the British battleships. I mean, obviously it goes up to 48%, I think, on the Lion, and obviously everybody knows about the Conqueror. This is where I'm heading. I'm only at tier 8 at the moment, but I thought I'd share this battle, have a quick chinwag about the old battleship, and there is the spotter plane. Now, if you can get, this is what I like doing at the start of battle. Once some battleships are spotted and that, getting some long-range shots. Get out with the HE, try to pop someone's damage control and then focus them and get some early fires. So we focused this Bismarck, as you see, shots in and we set a fire. Man managed to do 4,396 damage to boot. Yippee-dee-dee-dee. So, and as you've noticed, the damage counter's not popping, so he's just popped his damage control. So now, the Bismarck is our focus. We're going to keep firing HE at him as long as he's spotted and try to set some perma fires. As you can see, our team in the north, there's quite a few ships up there in the north, and there's our first permanent fire. So there you go, that's going to burn for the full duration, which is fantastic. And that's what I like doing in the British battleships. Early on, get the fires, get set up. Now, I do fire a lot of HE in this battle, but there is some armour piercing as well. You've got to know when to switch and when to use armour piercing, because everyone seems to forget that the British battleships have armour piercing, and they have pretty good bloody armour piercing as well. So yeah, you need to use the armour piercing when you get a nice broadside. But I'm trying to set a second fire on the Bismarck to show him that you should never damage con one fire, unless you're safe behind an island or something like that, then it's okay to do that. We've slowed down with the Bismarck, so we don't want to push forward too far, because at the end of the day there's only 3 ships this side, and that Minsk is getting himself into that Farragut, sorry, is getting himself into a battle with a Minsk. As you can see, the aircraft carrier is focusing us, and it's not a problem really. We've got Bismarck's not got bad AA, and we haven't got too bad AA, so we're starting to shoot some planes down. There you go, 2 aircraft shot down already. We've got Mogami and a Minsk over here, so I do not want to be pushing in too deep. And as you can see, the fantastic concealment of this battleship. Right, so I do not want to be pushing into that smoke screen. It is a bit rough and ready. The Mogami's down there, and so is the Minsk, and we don't know what else is over here either. So, but I think it's just them 2 at the moment. Well, I kind of wish I had armour piercing loaded here. This is where I think expert loader would be really good, and I will be taking that to cut the reload. I mean, it's 24-second reload, and that cuts it down to 12 seconds. So when it's fully loaded, so that will be a perk I will probably be picking up, and I'm not too sure why I haven't got it at the moment. But HE managed to do quite a little bit of damage anyway, and as you can see, we did about 20,000 damage to that Bismarck and fires, so that's a fantastic start to the game. We have reloaded armour piercing, because as you're going to see, the armour piercing does do quite a bit of damage, especially if this Mogami is going to sail broadside to 2 battleships. Yes, sir, that's a paddling with 12,000 damage. I'm looking at this situation right now and I'm thinking, I'm not going to push him with that Bismarck. I think that's a bit bit crazy to push him with that Bismarck. There's a smoke screen there, and there will be torpedoes coming out of it, so I decided to turn back, fall back, and get away from that smoke screen. And the Mogami has gone down. The Bismarck gets a close quarters expert, and we are going to disengage and move back to the centre of the map. As you can see in a second, I'm going to repair this fire because I'm undetected. I'm behind an island, and I feel pretty safe to put this fire out instead of letting it burn. I mean, I can heal it back up, but I think we'll be safe. So we're going to head north. Bismarck should have turned around with me, but he's kind of committed now, and I do feel a bit bad about this. Kind of leave him down there to deal with that destroyer, but hey, it's about longevity, people. It's about staying alive long enough to make a difference in the battle, and as you will see, I will be making a slight difference. So we tried to get some shots out on the Monarch. 4,000 damage, not too bad. Armour piercing, not high explosive, and there's the Minsk and the Bismarck, and I'm kind of thinking right now, should I rotate back round and go and help the Bismarck? Yeah, I'm a bit out of position here. Kind of wish I'd stuck with him, but hey, the decision was made, and I'm going to have to stick with it. I'm going to have to lay in my bed. I made it, so So I'm just going to keep moving. I'm going to stick to the centre so I can help out everybody. We're kind of out of range of their fleet because they've all kind of bottled up over behind the island to the west. East? I'll never get that right. East? Never... Yeah, east. Okay. Hee, I got it right for once. Right, as you can see, the Mink's kind of... yeah, that's going to hurt Bismarck, isn't it? He's down to 2,554 hit points, but he does actually survive for quite a long time. Now, I should be reloading high explosive here, ready for the DD, but I kind of didn't want to reload just in case he pops up sooner, and the armour piercing is going to do a bit of damage. So we line up on the Minks and we're trying to get some shots out. Yep, I'll reload to HE now, and what do we get? Whee! There you go, 2,380 damage, not too bad, and the Minx is going to go down anyway. So now we're going to push forward a little bit, and we're just going to hang around these islands. I mean, people might say it's, oh, you're camping in the base. No, I'm just not pushing forward and getting myself executed right at the start of the battle. Yes, I'm a battleship, I should be taking some of the damage, but I'm not going to run headlong into the enemy team like our team did and completely get spanked. So we've lost 5 ships, they've lost 5 ships, they've lost all their DDs, which is really going to be helpful to us. But yes, we are going to have to put our man pants on and see if we can actually do something now. We are, what are we in? We are about 8 minutes into the battle. We've done 42,000 damage, not bad. And hello, Mr. Graf Spee. I have HE loaded, so I'm going to fire it, and I'm pretty much going to stay with HE. There could be the point where I should have switched to armour piercing right now. He's turning broadside, but there is me, a Bismarck, and I'm not sure what that cruiser is, but yeah. There's plenty of us over here to deal with this Graf Spee, and I don't think he's got any friends. He's probably in his plane for some reason. Don't know why he's doing that, but yeah, armour piercing probably would have been better right now, but we've got the HE loaded. We're going to fire on him. See if we can do some damage with the HE, and yeah, there you go. See, it's not too bad. The HE does hit hard when it hits home, but armour piercing would have been better there, people. Would have been better. Right. We are behind on points, but that's not a problem. But we are now in the lead with ships, but that soon changes, trust me. The Bismarck, see, the Bismarck's still going strong. Where is he? He's got his back up. He's got quite a bit of hit points now. So here's my friendly counterpart, the Monarch. HE out on him. Do the same. Try to set a fire. Get him to use damage comm, and if he puts the one fire out, and then switch to armour piercing. Are we going to get fire this time? No, we can't even hit. That is the problem. Long range shooting. Sometimes it just trolls you, this game. Right, we've got the Amagi travelling away at speed. Now, I'm thinking, let's try and take this Amagi out. Let's try and get fire on him. Maybe he'll let it burn, maybe he won't, but yeah. And the Monarch managed to take out the Akatsuki. I don't know what happened there. He must have pushed too far and didn't have a smoke screen, so well done, Mr. Akatsuki. 6,000 damage, and we managed to set a fire on the Amagi. And it seems to be ticking. Yeah, it looks like it's ticking, so I think its damage control might be down. So that is going to be rather handy. The Bajorni has just taken a big spank right there. And we're going to rotate back round, and we're going to follow into the middle of the map. It's time to get in there and get stuck in. So we're going to follow the 3 cruisers into the map. I don't know what this Mogami's doing. It is a little bit overextended. I wouldn't be that that close to the battleships if I was you, sir, because you are going to get blapped. Yeah, here we go. They're blappy, blappy, blappy. Bajorni pops up. He's out of my range. Margie's still out of the range. Yeah, my spotter craft's down, so I definitely won't be able to do any damage now. We fire HE on the Monarch again because he's slightly angled, and I want to set that fire, but alas, RNG lets us down. That's that 35% fire chance, people. Or was it 36? I can't remember. Yeah. Now, if that was in the line, that blatantly would have been a fire. Yeah, so we're doing okay. We're doing okay. We're still behind on points. It's exactly that we're neck and neck with ships. Both carriers are up. So we have got the problem of fighters, but we have a nice Bismarck over here, and we just lost the Megami, who should have really fell back, repositioned, and then started to spam from behind some islands. Now I'm getting targeted, but look, I have pretty much all my hit points, so I can afford to take some damage now. I need to take some damage for our team, otherwise we may lose this battle, and to be fair, I was a little bit worried about it. Yeah. Now, yep, they've set me on fire, but I'm not going to pop my damage control. I'm going to let it burn. I can heal most of it back, so it's not going to be a problem. And I wish I had AP loaded for this Cleveland. So I've switched to AP after firing because squishy USN light cruiser. Still managed to do 4,000 damage per HE, but yeah, AP loaded. We would have been happy as Larry there. So it looks like, is he going to run aground? Oh, he's pulled a nutser, so we're going to wait for him to pop up. Now, if I was him, I would not have fired then, because the armour piercing is on its way. See, I preloaded it, because broadside cruiser, come on, we're going to get any good damage. Oh, 7,300, shame we didn't get any citadels there, but it's not a problem. Now I focus the Bajorni. Why do I focus Bajorni when I got a broadside Cleveland? Take the guns out of the battle. We need to take guns out of the battle. The Cleveland's burning, so I thought Bajorni first, take him out, and he's a squishy Soviet cruiser. I'll have a video coming up about this cruiser soon, my sea trials video, and the Cleveland goes down. The Tiger managed to kill the Cleveland, we killed the Bajorni. So that is now 4 ships against 5. We have a Bismarck, a Margate, and a Monarch. This Monarch is starting to push in. Them shots are a bit pants, and I should have been loading HE now, but yet I stick to the armour piercing, expecting the Monarch to turn broadside. So we just have to wait. Is he going to come around? I need to slow down before this island gets in the way. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Shots out on the Monarch. He's look okay. Not quite broadside, but yeah, okay. 3 penetrations for 1,000 damage. Something smells fishy there. We're up to 89,000 damage, 4 fires set. We've managed to shoot down 6 planes, but the aircraft carrier is going to take a fancy to me soon, and that's really going to jump up, as you're going to see in a bit. The Amalgam manages to take out the Bismarck. I mean, I'm quite impressed that the Destroyer 258 lasted that long after taking all them torpedoes. And it looks like the Monarch's going to burn down anyway. So, time to think and focus. What have we got? We've got a Monarch, an Amalgam, and a Bismarck. The Monarch goes down. So, we've got an Amalgam, a Bismarck, and the carrier. We have an Otago, a Chapayev, and our carrier. Now obviously I don't want the Otago or the Chapayev taking any damage or trying to tank anybody, so it's time for me to push forward. See, longevity people, I've kept myself alive long enough. I mean, I'll type in chat, stay together. Yeah, we should all stay together, and then we can focus fire one ship at a time, and we should win this game. But the Otago seems to be pushing around that island. I kind of wish he wouldn't push. I mean, he's okay, he's probably not spotted, but if them planes come over and spot him, he's going to be a nice target for the battleships, and he's kind of sailing broadside to them now, which is not a very good idea. Which ship to focus first? Obviously, I want to take the Amalgam. I fear the Amalgam more than the Bismarck. The Amalgam has more guns, has better accuracy, and basically, I'm not too bothered about the Bismarck. The Bismarck, yeah, you know German dispersion. he's going to have a hard time here. Even at 14.2 kilometres, I'm not even worried about his secondaries. I've got a lot of heals and a lot of health. So we're going to push in, see if we can take some heat off the Otago. But he's sailing broadside. Probably looks like he's grounded to me. Right in front of a Bismarck and an Amagi. Decisions, hey? Decisions people make. He only had to stay safe, and there he goes. The Otago is gone. So now it's 3 on 3. But it's time for me to step up and see if we can win this game. So we're going to push in. No fucks given. And see if we can take out these 2 battleships. I'm going to focus on the Amagi, try to set a fire on the Amagi, set a fire on the Bismarck, get the hit points down, and we will go from there. Are we going to be able to do it? Who knows? Tune in next week, people. Tune in next week. No, I'm only joking. Right, so the Tupolev, for some reason the Tupolev decided to go around the back of this island. I could have done with his bloody support right here. Really could have done with his support. And I am over angled. Yes, I'm showing too much broadside to the Amagi, and you can see the squishy armour working as it's meant to. As intended, people. I got hit hard there. So I need to angle in to both these battleships. I'm going to use the front guns on the Bismarck and the rear guns on the Amagi. We're going to try and set a fire on both of them and to burn them down. So front guns on the Bismarck. When the Amagi pops back up, because they're both targeting me now, we shall use the rear gun. Because I'm angled pretty well. I mean, I could be angled a bit better towards the Amagi, but luckily shots miss. I'm going to use the rear gun on the Amagi, see if I can get a fire. And then I'm going to use the front guns on the Bismarck again. I'm going to keep angled. I'm not too bothered about the secondaries. We're going to see. No, whoop, yep, we managed to get the 1 fire on the Amagi, so hopefully he will burn down. And then that will leave us with this Bismarck, who's healing at the moment, which is a pain. But I'm not going to switch to armour piercing. I'm quite happy to use high explosive because he's angled. So I'm not expecting the armour piercing to do too much. And we're just rear guns on the Amagi, front guns on the Bismarck. I'm still trying to keep angled, but I'm showing a little bit too much broadside now to that Amagi. And it looks like the Bismarck almost pulled an Otsa, and down goes the Amagi. Fantastic. So now it's just me and this Bismarck and the aircraft carrier who is coming in on our left. I'm not too bothered. I've got my sector set to that side anyway, so it is what it is. There's not a lot I can do about it now. So we will just hopefully be able to dodge the torpedoes and the plane kills start. Keep with the high explosive. Just keep burning him down a little bit. Come on, Bismarck. You know you want to die. The Tupoyev's doing his bit. I mean, he's safe. He's at a distance. I mean, the Bismarck's never going to focus anyone but me. But we're just going to aim for the superstructure, try and set some fires. Alas, no fires again. It did knock out one of my guns, so I did repair that because I need all my guns. And I somehow managed to set a fire when they went low. Now, I'm getting close to his broadside. He's losing angle, and I'm going to be coming up on him. So I'm going to use armour piercing. Yes, you want to aim above the belt when you're getting close with a battleship, but the armour piercing should finish the job. Hopefully. Yep, above the belt armour. I want to fire above the belt armour right there. Lovely. Thank you. Goodbye, Mr. Bismarck. And that is 3 kills. We managed to set 9 fires, and we've shot down 17 planes so far. See, the AA does work quite well, and there is the last ship in this battle. The Furious, the Tier 6 aircraft carrier, and we're going to see if we can get a shot out on him. It would be lovely. He doesn't look like he's moving, so we're going to fire the armour piercing, and we're going to head that way, stop there, but their points cap, and see if we can take out the aircraft carrier. These look pretty good. We managed to get a Citadel, High Caliber, and Confederate right at the end. And that, people, is all she wrote, because as you're going to see in a second, he's going to drop off detection, and I'm not going to be able to find them before the time ticks out. So I'm going to head back to the results screen, and we shall have a little chat about the battle. And there you go, people. We managed to do 148,471 damage, 24 plane kills, which is a bit of a pain because I'm doing a mission, honourable service, and I needed 25 plane kills. Yeah, I really wish I got that. 3 kills, 9 fires, 1 Citadel, and look at the secondaries. 4 secondary hits. We managed to get High Caliber and Confederate 2. We finished top on our team with 2,109 base experience, which is fantastic. The Chapayev managed to finish on 1,361, so well done to you, sir. Where's that Bismarck? There he is. The Destroyer managed to do pretty good too at 1,220. But apart from that, I think that was a pretty good result. We managed to do 60,000 damage with high explosive shells, 46,000 with armour piercing. See, we managed to get 41,000 with fires as well. See what I mean? You use both in this ship, both ammunition types. Definitely. The armour piercing works perfectly well against broadsiding ships, so I don't know why people don't use it, and they always seem to use the high explosive, but if you know how to switch, you can do a lot of damage. We also tanked 1.8 million potential damage, which is super fantastic, and we made 229,000 credits after paying the crew. Final thoughts on the Monarch. I'm enjoying the ship. It's not too bad. I preferred King George at tier 7 purely because you don't see tier 10s, and Matchmaker seems to be nicer. As soon as you see a tier 10 in this, you're just going to get blapped. I mean, you can set some fires, but everyone's going to focus you. They're going to know you're quite squishy, you've got low hit points, you don't have that super heal. But if you can get into a tier 9, tier 8 game, yeah, it's a fun ship. But to tell you the truth, I can't wait till I've unlocked the Lion. And I probably won't be sailing the Monarch for much more. I mean, I'll probably be doing a sea trials video on the Monarch at some point. Obviously, take her out for 5 battles, see how she handles, and have a look at the statistics for them 5 battles. But that's it, people. That is the replay. That is what I wanted to show you. I hope you have enjoyed. Please smash the thumbs up if you have. If you haven't, smash the thumbs down. Leave a comment down below. Are you enjoying the Monarch? Please let me know. Have you got the Monarch? Are you looking forward to getting the Monarch? Anything like that. And if you're new to my videos, check out the channel. Maybe. Please consider subscribing. Anyway, people, that's me. Peace out. Sir Admiral Potato saying goodbye and happy sailing. See you later. Cheerio. Bye-bye.